here. Even if I want to date anyone here, it's my right. Because I don't have a relationship, I'm not anybody's wife here.
I mean, listen, at the end of the day, if that's the way she wants to go about things, then let her do her thing, you know? And as far as she's concerned, she's here to mingle, she's here to get to know people, she's here to figure out who she wants. If that's the case, you do you. But don't do it in a way where there's a catch, or where you become hypocritical, or where you get caught in lies. Why do we say this? Well, let's continue.
Loyalty. We had this conversation, but you also admitted you did not.
You are controlling.
I'm not. That's gaslighting right there. That's what that is. You're gaslighting for your.
So obviously in this situation here between her and Cole, Cole's obviously calling out for gaslighting. Is she gaslighting by talking about the fact that he's controlling and the fact that she speaks about loyalty and he calls her up on the whole loyalty thing? Well, first and foremost, he hasn't got 100% confirmation that her and Rob did anything, but he's not wrong to call her out on the loyalty part, because she's definitely not moving as somebody that's being loyal to anything but herself. And sometimes in life, being loyal to yourself is all that really matters. Actually, hell, being loyal to yourself is the only thing that matters, to be honest, because breaking your own trust, breaking your own promises, that's a very, very bad thing for the mental health, okay? And also for your character, and also the exposing how strong or how weak you are, right? But it's clear for her that her loyalty to herself is to do whatever the hell she sees fit, regardless of who it affects. The only problem with that is that when it does affect somebody else, she's never in a position where she wants to admit accountability. It's just that simple. All Cole is asking for is for her to be truthful to him, but she can't do that. So therefore, talking about loyalty in a group setting, or loyalty involving somebody else, does not exist within this woman. And that's why she needs to calm the hell down. But of course, she's getting louder, she's getting abrasive, because she knows that things aren't working on her side. So she's trying to dominate by being louder. Sad stuff.
Honesty.
They're playing victim with everybody. I don't respect that.
She's a grown-ass woman. We've all been here for a week. Nobody should be that upset over somebody hanging out with another person.
But it's
unfortunate, but the person who's upset should check themselves.
I mean, listen, to be honest with you, there's a fair point being made here. You know, there is a very fair point there. And the person that is upset should be checking themselves. And the problem that I have with Cole here is that he's allowing himself to be a part of Jen's games. You know, he has had people come up to him, tell him that Jen is moving mad, that she is out there doing God knows what with Rob. He then goes and confronts Rob, obviously doesn't get the truth, but at the same time, he saw Jen literally move. He approached Jen, tried to speak to her. She basically told him to F off, and then literally walked around him, physically walked around him to talk to Rob. Then they got on the same bus. She then then she asked Rob and got Rob to sit next to her. She was cuddly with him. She was all close up to his face and him, all while Cole was watching. That scene alone should have been enough for Cole to say, you know what, enough's enough. The fact that he came back to still try and pursue her after seeing that behavior from her towards him is crazy work. Which is why I support Rob's statement here about the fact is the person that's hurt should be checking himself. And right now, Cole is too busy out here trying to check Rob, trying to check Jenifer, rather than checking himself. Because the fact that he's willing to go through all this madness for a woman that is clearly disrespected him massively is nasty work. He needs to keep it moving. But instead, he's allowing himself to stay in this little situation. It really exposes how immature he is within himself, and how much of a weak person he is within himself.
All right, guys, I'm going to pause for a second.
You keep beating a dead horse, and I've already told you.
I don't need to hear from Cole. This is the guy who got caught sending pics while in a relationship. I am somehow disrespecting Elise. Colt is truly the moral authority here.
I mean, honestly, Cole has been so annoying, to be fair. He keeps getting a bit involved in other people's business, and half the time, anything that he says doesn't actually make sense, purely because he's been massively hypocritical to his own actions from his own past relationships. You know, I mean, Rob is not wrong to call him out on this. He's not wrong to sit there and say, bruh, how are you telling me how I should behave when you couldn't even behave in your relationship? I mean, listen, we can sit and talk about how Rob pretty much was doing the same thing when he was with Sophie, about how he had women sending him images and all that kind of stuff. But that's not the context. The context is that you got another man that's never been loyal to any woman he's ever had. He's been talking to every woman that's ever been around him, but yet he's here trying to call out Cole. But yet he's here trying to call out Jenifer, trying to call out Rob, like as if he's been a Mr. Goody Two Shoes in these relationships. Like, Colt, you are not the right messenger for whatever message you're trying to put out there. Clown.
To the moral authority here, because he's never, ever done anything to slight a woman.
Never.
Maybe reevaluate a couple things and see that he loves to be outside of the drama.
This line here really pisses me off. So she literally sits there, gives a compliment about how Rob does not like to be part of drama because he keeps quite quiet, he keeps away from these people. But then in the same sentence, she then comes in and says this nonsense.
I want to spend more time with him, but I have always feel more call. That's my main interest here, right?
But yet she still sees Cole as a main interest. Let's just go back a second here. At first, she didn't want nothing to do with Rob because she felt like he was too toxic because she saw the situation between him and Elise. Then she wanted Rob because she wanted that bad boy energy around her because it's somebody that she actually have fun with. But at the same time, still wanted Cole to be a main person because Cole's that guy that pretty much in a nutshell, she can control, basically. You know, which has been the situation. But then went to, oh no, Rob can never be the guy that I want because, well, he's still married. And he can't just jump from one relationship to another. So that's why Cole was a better fit for her. Now we're at a stage where she's out here saying that, oh, hold on a minute. Rob actually doesn't like the drama. He actually tries to stay away from it. I've actually reevaluated this. So maybe he's not this toxic guy that I thought he was. Okay. But I still want Cole though. My bad. I'm disappearing from the camera here. My apologies, folks. Yeah. Anyway, so, but now I still want Cole though because he's the main. Let's keep it a buck. She just wants to have a guy in her corner that's always going to be begging for her attention. Somebody who she can control and somebody who she can take advantage of. Okay, and someone that she can clearly gaslight. You know, she wants someone like Cole who's weak, vulnerable. You know what I mean? Has no backbone. So whenever she's bored doing whatever she's doing, Rob, she knows that she can just she can pull the tail of Cole and Cole's gonna come running like a little B-I-C-T-H. Oh boy, nasty work. But I don't feel sorry for Cole because he's had opportunity to leave the situation, but he won't.
Now, so that I know he's starting to like develop genuine feelings for me. He's like pushing it a little bit too hard and like maybe.
The way she starts off by saying, I know he's starting to develop more feelings, genuine feelings for me, that being Cole, but then says, but he's doing it too much. She didn't even say, I'm actually starting to feel the same way either. Instead of actually addressing how she feels about him, she wants to continue addressing about how he's moving how he's moving mad. But that's not, but the whole idea of addressing it is because she wants to control him. She wants him to behave in a way that she wants him to behave. Literally, he's her pet. He's her puppy. She has no respect for this dude. It's sad.
Becoming super jealous and relationship and with my ex-husband, they will always put me inside a cage.
And then she goes down this whole sob story type angle, you know, changing her voice. You know, I met an ex and they trapped me in the cage. At first I was like, okay. But then
The same pattern and repeat it over and over. That's when the night were rough, but nothing really happened like sexual. We didn't even make it out. We didn't even kiss.
But then she ends it by adding a lie. So you're telling us about how you was in a relationship with these men that did you so wrong, trapped you, da. But yet, you still cannot be honest with Cole. Right, you and Rob. She spoke about loyalty. Did she not realize that loyalty means being transparent as well, being truthful? So when is she going to be truthful? Well, that would be the bloody day, wouldn't it now? The girl likes to play with fire, but she's not willing to play too much fire to push Cole away completely. I just hope that when he finds out that he really stands on business. Because when he finds out, if he doesn't stand on business, wow, he's gonna go down as one of the biggest simps in 90-day history. Calamity behavior. Well, let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. We'll talk about it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and of course, peace.